So I'm gonna share my screen with you. I'm gonna share how I've been using ChatGPT, and I'm not gonna tell you how to do it. I'm gonna share how I do it, how I trained to use these AI tools, and how you can do. And then you train based on your knowledge, based on your work, based on the things that you would say. Because a little while ago, I before I really started using it, I got prompts from other people. Oh, here I will use ChattyPT. Here's all the prompts. Just enter this, and then you're gonna get the answers. But when I start like reading, it was like a long list of like, oh, that's a lot of resources. Great, I can start using finally an AI tool to do my content. But then it didn't feel like those would be the questions that I would ask the AI. There wouldn't be the question that I would ask to create my content, to get my answers. So I want you to train AI in a way that feels authentic to you, that feels genuine, that's still gonna be your voice. After I started using this, I got feedback from somebody that I know is a writer and said, "Oh, I didn't know you were such a good writer." I know I didn't do that 100%, but the main idea is still mine. English is my third language. I speak Portuguese, I speak Spanish, and I learned English. So, yes, I've been using different levels of AI to help me to uh, enhance my content, to correct my grammar. For a very long time, I used Grammarly for a very long time. And the fact that I've been using these tools, this helped me to write better English, to write better, to find better words to express myself, even outside of my online content. Even when I talk to people, now I have a better way of thinking in English. I have a better way to express myself because I've been using this so much, I've been practicing so much that now I feel confident and using different words or rephrasing some subjects, some themes that I've been talking about, and feel good about it. Don't feel like weird. Don't feel like it's not myself because we always learning. If you always learning, you're gonna start using different ways to speak a language, different ways you express yourself in some kind of way. So it's not everything boxed or everybody's doing this, so everything's gonna sound the same. No, it's still gonna bring the way you talk, and that's how I do. That's how I use this tool. So today, when I was preparing to bring this subject to record this video, I used ChatGPT to help me understand what holds people back, what holds you back from using this content, from using this tool that is so good to enhance your content, to enhance your life in so many ways. And here's a few responses they're gonna share. You can go later and ask yourself. Maybe you're gonna get a different answers to that. So what I get here first is fear of losing authenticity. And that's what I just shared. And I I felt that too because when I start like seeing some contents like, oh, I wouldn't see this way and I see everything is starting the same way, like I need to change because that's not the way I would say something. So then I got that fix, and I still get sometimes saying some things that I wouldn't say, and then I just change what I has to change, or just delete it from my content. So that's something that you need to train your tool to express the way you want to express. Let me get this screen here. Okay, here I'm gonna share with you this list. So the other one is overwhelmed by technology. Yes, not everyone feels easy working with different type of technology. I am tech savvy. I've been working with computers, with different type of programming, different type of things since very early age, and I've been involved with design tools, with programming tools. So I feel okay exploring this. Uh, Anytime, different tools, like I just kind of go and find my way around this. So I understand not it's not for everybody to get, but like go easy, go slow, and then you can learn. And I gonna just give you a little insights, let's say, how you can start with that. um Other option that I hear is a mistrust on AI's accuracy. And of course, you're not gonna write a medical or something very like precise. We're talking about having a conversation as you would have with an assistant, with a secretary, or with a friend, exchanging ideas. And that's the way I talk with ChatGPT. And I say we because it's something that we are working together. So I use a lot of this type of language with AI. Other option that I see here, it's ethical concerns because there is a growing debate of AI ethics, who owns the content, and AI take opportunities on the creatives, and how much reliance or automation. Again, you're gonna bring the main content. And what I want you to use AI is to help to organize this information that you're gonna bring. I don't want you to use AI for you just to throw a title and let AI do all the job. No, you're still gonna bring the content to AI, and you're gonna work on getting things just right. And as you can just guide paper and pen and just write whatever you want on your own ideas in a different way. Fear of judgment, what people gonna say if am I using AI to use my content. um, there were so many ways before that people judge when it started with a new tool. How people gonna say that I can build with design. Before, everybody was programming, everybody was coding. I started with code. I still do a lot of coding on the front end development for websites, but there's a lot of tools now that is just drag and drop, and designs are all different. And even I was talking to someone that does this work, and I said, well, I use most this one because I still do a lot of coding. I still do a lot of customizations for the websites. She's like, well, that's not the type of work that I do. And she's not less, you know, great at her job because she doesn't code. It's just a different phase now. And that's great things on that too. And we are using AI to create that, AI to build the website the way she's gonna drag, and then AI is gonna build the code behind that. And people don't realize that's also an programming using behind intelligence to build the things. Then we have some people had bad experiences and then is afraid to come back and use that again. But I always think how you can rephrase, how you can change the narrative, and how you can work and start over again, delete the memory of the I, and just start from zero. So that's another option. And one more here, an awareness of AI's potential, or how much it's gonna, advance and get into this, replacing your work, your ideas. Um, so I'm always the way, if even here it's written there, like, used to brainstorm, to refine ideas, and to save time. That's the whole idea of using AI, to save time, to refine the ideas, to get faster to the point. And also here, again, that's a kind of like um, a conclusion, let's say, that the shift is happening. People are using more, different people, creatives, they are using AI. And that's always good way to use technology. And we always have to find how can we use this technology to our advantage. So I'm just going to share a little things that the way I use AI. So today I shared inside of the group that I have, WhatsApp, I was sharing quotes, and I like to add a thought. Most of the times I add a thought after the quotes that I share, because I don't want just to throw a quote. It's like, why am I sharing this? And how can you use this quote for something else? So I like to use these quotes to build and construct a thought and share that. So I have one group here of thoughts that I call like quotes, thoughts, and lessons. So this morning I was sharing something and I received this quote here. Isn't just talent. You have to have something else. You have to have a kind of nerve. So we're just the idea that just having a talent doesn't make things happen, doesn't make creative come to life. You you still need to have courage. You still need to have some guts and consistency and do the work. So then the things come out to life. So I just wrote down my thoughts about it. I always ask please. I always use, polite, kind of like asking request. I don't know where's the end of this, but like always having this as I said, as I will be talking to an assistant or a secretary, help me to write and refine my work. So please review grammar and elaborate on where necessary. So I wrote the quote that I just said, and then I wrote the piece, my thoughts that I wanted to share. I heard someone once saying consistency beats talent. We might shy away from doing something because we believe we don't have talent for it or not talented enough to put anything out there, anything on the public eye. I Here I wrote wrong grammar, just reading now, like I've just mixed my thoughts. Oh, if you are on the, if I put it I. So if you are on this stage, take my next words as an inspiration to take action. I do believe talent helps, but I believe that the desire to help someone doing what you love, courage and consistency beats all odds. So this is my thoughts, but it's a little bit off. So then chat is gonna help me refine this and find better words or better um, formatting of the, even correct my grammar that I just noticed now while you're reading, and get these words in a better way to express and better uh, to digest and easy for other people to read. So it's different when I'm talking to someone, when people see you talking the way I'm saying here, and I bring the voice and I'm not reading what I'm sharing here. So this is me talking, my thoughts, I'm just sharing my thoughts. And it's different when you write and you express something and you get somebody else to read, you want that refined. You want that to come out in a better way than just blur out the way you would speak when you have a video. So when somebody's reading and not hearing you talking, it's always better to have your words refined. So here was the answer that he gave me. I say he, it gave me, could be she, but I call it he. Well, it. So ChattyPT came with this. Let me put my guys. It's getting a little bit small here. So here, the response that I got. So the quote that I shared, and then my thoughts. So that's the correction that he made, the tweaks. So let's see how he came out with. I once heard someone say, consistency beats talent. We might shy away from doing something because we believe we don't have the talent for it, or that we are not talented enough to put ourselves out there to be seen by others. If you are in this stage, take my next words as inspiration to take action. I do believe talent helps, but more than anything, I believe that the desire to help others through what you love, combined with courage and consistency, beats all odds. So here it changed a little bit the way I initiated the sentence and corrected the some commas, added a different words, and the way I expressed my last sentence. It elaborated on, as I requested, on a better way to express what I was trying to say. And was good for me. I really liked it, the way it came out. And here also gives me a little feedback. This version improves readability and impact while ensuring the message remains powerful and engaging. Let me know if you like any tweaks. So I did think about something else. Please include something on the line of, so go on, have courage and start your impact. One action, one small step at a time. Because on the Action Takers WhatsApp channel, I always want um, to share something and I want to give some encouragement for them to take action, for you that are inside of the Action Takers channel to take action, not just listen, absorb, oh, that's right, that happens. But then when you give the little push, um, the few words that just kind of like, a little, I'm not finding the words now that I want to express, but just adding something that inspire action, I know goes long way. So that's what I was trying to do. I give a little thoughts, I share my thoughts, and I give a little action so they can go and move forward, or something they have on their mind, or something just popped because they read this. They can already start, okay, I'm gonna take an action now. I'm gonna write something, I'm gonna do something about it. Then it added here at the end the correction from my request. So go on, have courage and start your impact, one action, one small step at a time. So that's conclude this part, how I use a quote, I share my thoughts, and then we talk about it, how I can enhance. Another option that I've been working, that I work a lot when refining the thoughts or finding a way to express better. So I've been working on my brand snap. How can I talk faster? How can I express faster when somebody asks me about what I do? That I help with video, I help with the online presence. And how can I say in an easier way? And I still need to practice how to express better because so many things that I do. So how can I combine and say this in a faster way? So here, when I was having a conversation with ChattyPT about my brand snap, so I always say thank you. I always say, how can or can this brand snap be shorter to fit the characters for Instagram? Oh, then I wanted to try to also tweak this to use for my Instagram bio that I wanted to update, to have a better and clear understanding of what I do. So we have a few things that we start doing here and going back and forth. Like I start with a big, um, text, and it's like I share everything that I do, and things that feedbacks that people give to me, and how I can help with this content, have ChatGPT to understand what I do and how I can put it all together in a way that people can see how I help in so many different ways. Because with the WhatsApp channel that I created, it grows so much so fast, and it's a little hidden gem because not everybody know about it, not everybody follow there, or not many people on social media is exploring still the WhatsApp channel. And I'm really creating this personal relationship. And it still is a broadcast because the feedback that I get from them are likes, are emojis, are smiley face, or, they share from where they are from with flags, or their mood on the moment. Whichever, we're just like agreeing with what I'm saying and really getting the kicks on the butt sometimes when I do some comments, and it's like, oh, you gotta move, you gotta do something. So I really create this personal way. So when I want to share what I'm doing, I want to share about this group, I want to share how I'm transforming these people's lives. So I just got amazing feedbacks from people inside that I ask them to go to this form that I provide them to give some feedback. What did they find about it? So then when I share about what I do, I want to share that I'm transforming and I'm inspiring these people's life. So then I share some feedback. So then I can add that to my brand snap, and especially my impact, the way I want to do and create and share with people. It's how I want to impact what I do, impact one person, inspire someone to take action, to change, to be a change maker. And being a change maker, it doesn't mean that you have to change the world or you have to come out online. This is the final goal. But everything starts with ourselves. How can we change? How can we create some change now, today, that's gonna enhance my life, my impact in my life? And I know every day I improving myself. I creating different habits or learning new things that I can improve my life. I can enhance the way I bring this content online, or the way I can communicate with my kids, with my friends, the everything that we can do, we can always be change makers and bring this to life. So then I was having this conversation with ChatTPT and giving my feedback, the way I help, the way I can do things. And I just want to try to find here. I always all the time. I say, please help me. And I say, like, thank you. That's really my trajectory. Thanks for compiling it so well. Like, I even congratulates, like, really, as I'm having a conversation with an assistant, I'm really enhancing and having this personal experience with the ChatGPT. And then in the end, we got something really constructive. How what I do, focus on the action, on the online presence, my role as a guide, not just like encourager, the deep impact I have on people beyond just not just business, because I'm seeing that impacting them in their life because they've been sharing this with me. And how everything starts with the self transformation before becoming public visible. So then when we got at the end, so then he gave a different option, but then a different option I didn't like. So then I just share here that I really like this one. Thanks. The previous version sounds stronger. I help people take action and build a strong online presence by guiding them through bite-sized actions. Bite-sized steps, actually says here. Through my content and community, I inspire them to navigate challenges, find confidence, and create a lasting impact, starting with themselves. And I always share, I always say, and I always repeat with, about whatever you do, whatever you share, your goal is to create a positive impact. It's whatever you can live online, you can go back from today 10 years, and whatever you share, like, I'm proud of that. I wasn't so ready, maybe I wasn't so much experienced, but I did something that was positive. I didn't was, being hateful towards someone or towards like a community. And I was trying to find common ground and sharing things of my experience that could inspire someone. So I was thinking the way we can create these genuine connections, this genuine and being authentic and sharing our thoughts, always creating this positive impact. So this another thing that I do. I just kind of share the things that I'm doing, and I provide the information what I do, and then we work together in some type of bio or content or posts or captions. But everything, this is important to understand, everything starts with your content, with your writing. You're gonna be the one that's gonna bring this to ChatGPT, that's gonna present here, you're gonna put here on the writing what you want to be tweaked. So I might say I'm not an expert on ChatGPT, but by the fact that I'm here sharing this with you, this might bring some ideas to you. And that's what my goal here, that you, by reading this, by seeing this, you can see how it's possible for you to create a content, for you to now go and, okay, I can try in a AI tool for my writing, for my content, and how I can find a way to start and present. I ran a few, and I shared a post about that, how I did a 10-day gratitude challenge. And then I shared my whole idea about these small challenges and how the things that we're doing. And then it helped me to create the posters about it, and I asked to help me to create themes because I wanted to help to get ideas on different things. So I gave you the prompts, and then it helped me to break into those days, in different days, those prompts. So I don't have to write from zero. Even helps me to format with the boat, like putting the date and getting this theme right after. So when it helps me to format this, makes me easier when I need to post. So when I write, now that I'm doing this recording that I'm having now that I'm gonna share, I'm gonna create a blog post about this. And I get the transcript of this video. And then from the transcript, I create a blog post. And on the blog post, we're not gonna do and share all these words that I'm sharing here, all these words that I'm saying. We're gonna create something that is digestible, that is broken down in blocks, that is easy to understand, that is easy to read and follow through. So that's how I use ChatGPT as I start. That's as how you can start using. So what happens? Let me show a little of background here of what happens. So what happens when you start feeding ChatGPT with your ideas, with your information, with your bio, with your journey, with your story? It start it starts learning about you. So sometimes I add something that I want to write and I share an idea. And when it comes back, this idea, I felt that I wrote that because I already shared that so many times that it creates a memory. So let me go back here to ChatGPT. When you start feeding these ideas, let me show here. When you go to your profile and you go here to settings, you have a section here that is called, let me see if the person is here, memory. So you gotta have this checked. You gotta have this on because when you start sharing these things, it's gonna start recording. So my memory here says it's almost full. And I can go back and I can share. Sometimes I just asking a few different things. So now I'm looking to buy a car. So I'm asking opinions. I'm asking about modules. I'm asking about maintenance costs, everything I can just brainstorm and share. So later, if somehow added this information here in my memory, I don't need that. So then I can go and delete. So many things here that is it's saying about my WhatsApp channel, how it grew, and the information. It got my name here. So when it says, sometimes it's right in the third person, it says Simone. I share about the things that I don't want to talk about. And then it gets here. When I was building the course, now I can even delete this, but I still go back and talk about the build your online presence. So when I refer back to the course or refer back to the content and build a strong online presence, it knows already about it. So all the things here. Simone is a mom of two young kids. So always sharing things about me that many information doesn't have here. Maybe like favorite color or other things, places I visit, because it has a limit and I don't have the paid version. Maybe the paid version has more capabilities or more memory or infinite memory. I don't know. I haven't explored that. But at this time, for what I am using, this is enough. This is enough and already gives me so much that sometimes I just go on and share, directly because I already know how to elaborate these ideas because I learned, because I worked with ChattyPT on how to rephrase some sentence that I would say in a certain way, and now I can say in a better way, in more elaborated way. I can use these words. I can refine. Maybe sometimes I would say tweak, and now I can say refine. So it's all different ways. It's all ways that we can grow and learn from this. And if you have English as not your, even if you have as a first language, as we know, and many people know how sometimes you have people that speak English and they still so poor in the communication or don't have this ability. If you don't read too much, if you don't get these words, this vocabulary from different places, you need ChatGPT to help you to get on these words. That is, and also one thing that is very important, ChatGPT tends to find these very elaborated words. And when it's too much elaborated, something that will be hard for me to express, hard for me to say, I just ask to go easy. I say, no, no, let's go easy. The way I say, like, I don't talk as complicated as that. My way of speak, it's um, it's simpler. It's simpler English because English is not my first language. So I wouldn't say this way. I would say differently. I wouldn't use these big words. So whatever you do, you can always tweak. You can always refine. You can always make it sound like you would say. And even now, when sometimes start some posts in a way that I think it sounds too much like I'm seeing so much posts like that, because the beginning, the way he's writing is not the way I would start a conversation. And when sometimes I do a post, it's more the way I would start a conversation. So then I just delete that instead of just ask, oh, remove that, remove that. And you just kind of delete the chat and we start over, or just go on. You know already have to do, ignore that and continue with the content that you feel that is right. I believe this concludes a very strong base for you to start using ChatGPT for your online presence, for your business, the way I mentioned before. So don't hold yourself from trying. Don't hold yourself for not building this online presence where you can express and share your journey, your story, because you don't know how to elaborate. You don't know how to start. You can even start sharing and say the things that you did, the things that you worked, your experience, and then asked ChatGPT, what would be the best initial post for me to start building my online presence? What would be the best way for me to start sharing this publicly? And maybe it's going to share an option that you don't like. So then you say, I don't want to start with that. I don't feel comfortable saying this in public. I don't feel comfortable sharing this way. You gonna build, you're gonna talk to this tool, and it's gonna help you create the content the way you want to post. So don't hold yourself back anymore and start using ChatGPT as your partner, as your tool, as your assistant, as your secretary. Just start doing this today. As for myself, as I mentioned before, I help with your online presence. If you're still with this, you need more help, follow my content. I offer also one-on-one training where we go over how can you use this tool, what platform you feel better. So you can always have a way, you're going to have a direct support, you're going to have camera confidence, you're going to have more guidance, more refined guidance in how you can use ChatGPT and other tools to create and build your online presence, to make an impact, to make a change, to have your online presence out there the way you want to create this positive impact, the when you want to share your story online. So much love, and I see you in the next video.